Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming here to cover this expression of solidarity with the people of Manipur, and especially with the women whose human rights have been violated in Manipur. We are to introduce to you the people here. There is Amita Kalekar, there is Angela D'Souza, who's from the women's group. Then there is Vanaja, who's from the Goa Domestic Workers Forum, and there is Lisa Phillips on the days. There are many more of us also, but just now we are going to be addressing you to tell you that we have all been very concerned, and therefore we decided that we cannot be silent spectators. We have to know that the world has to know that Goa is also supporting this. The people in Manipur need to know that Goa is concerned about this, like everywhere else in India, in other parts of India also, that we are also very, very concerned and really strongly condemn what the use of women's bodies to settle scores, and that the state has not been acting in the way it should act as per its obligations under the constitution and under the law, under international covenants also, which it has signed up to. So it is in this context that we have called this press conference, because we decided, because we were distressed, we decided that we would work on a letter to the Prime Minister, Home Minister of India, and the Chief Minister of Manipur. This is to express our concern. Many people say that what is the use of writing, but these are the posts that they hold, and we have to make demands of the state because the state has obligations, while at the same time we hold the state accountable. So we have written this letter, and we have just sent that letter, and as of now we have already got around 300 signatories. We are expecting it's ongoing and more signatures are coming, but we did not want to delay because we felt that there has to be timeliness in making our concerns felt. So we are, as when we get more signatures, we will be signing up and sending those signatures also to the concerned authorities and a copy to the National Human Rights Commission. So we will begin with we will have Vanaja from the Domestic Workers Forum, who will speak about the anguish and how did we come about to do this. What made us do this?
We feel deeply concerned with the dehumanizing issues, especially the horrific violations against women who are raped, sexually abused, and paraded naked. We want to strongly condemn this heinous act for weaponizing, victimizing women for one's own authority to show one's power. Our Chief Justice of India said, in a constitutional democracy, it is unacceptable. The indifference of our authorities is so shocking, and we cannot continue like this. That is why we said there should be zero tolerance for such act, and we need to put our hands and hearts together to raise our voices together to emphasize on justice, peace, dignity, especially the women and the vulnerable. That is why we came together to write this statement and to say that we are together with you, but we are there to raise our voices against this evil and stand for justice and peace. Thank you.
Now Maria Angelica D'Souza will share her.
हांव सादारगणाचे तर्फे विमेन्स ऑर्गनायझेशन जेंडर रिसर्च सेंटर, आणि आम्ही सदांच कंडेम करता हे सगळें जालां पळय ते मणिपुरांत बायलेक एक वोट सदमाता जेन्ना दोन जोडी दोन हेच्या भितर जाता, ते रिलिजना भितर जावं ते मेथी आनी कुकीज म्हणून कोण केन्नाय अशें झगडे जाले म्हणटच बायलेक एक ऑब्जेक्ट खंय सदमाता. दूख भागता पळोवपाक आमी ऑब्जेक्ट बायलो आसा ते ऑब्जेक्ट न्हू, पण आमकां सदांच ऑब्जेक्ट खंय करता, ड्रेप करता, रेप करता, आनी सदांच आमचे ऑफिसर जे गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफिसर्स आसा तेणी कायदो सांबाळपाक जाय, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सांबाळपाक जाय, ते उलयना, ते तोंडाक टेप आणि आमचे गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफिसर्स बीच असतात आणि आम्ही कंडेम करतात.
So we want to say that we are concerned that for 2 months they did not, till the video went viral, they didn't arrest, they didn't do anything. You just register. Sometimes they don't even register FIRs. This time they registered an FIR, but they just didn't do anything about with an FIR registered against such a serious crime against women. So that is why we think that the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, when they came to know of it, have also not taken any steps against these concerned persons. The Chief Minister of Manipur has done nothing. So we hold the Prime Minister of India, the Home Minister of India, and the Chief Minister of India accountable. We also want to say that these these human rights institutions, they were set up to monitor when human rights are not, when human rights are violated, when police take no steps, then these institutions were set up to take action against the police for inaction. But these human rights institutions are also remaining silent spectators or taking their own sweet time, not understanding the urgency with which they have to act on this issue. And we feel that we have a system today where the institutions are crippled. Sometimes they don't set up the bodies, like in Goa they haven't even set up the State Human Rights Commission now for so long. And sometimes when they set up, they have their particular persons from their political party itself, so their autonomy is compromised. So therefore, we condemn this. We condemn the impunity which is available to the perpetrators of sexual violence in this case, who have been roaming free for so long, resulting in an all-round atmosphere of fear among women of the state. And what we want to say is that gender-based violence anywhere is a threat to women's safety everywhere. There are numerous reports that the state has been complicit in this violence. Because if the state was not supporting them, these things would not have happened. If they knew that they had the support of the state. So there are numerous reports also which say this, and even though the perpetrators have been identified, the police continue to be silent spectators. They have arrested some persons now, but the process is very slow. And then, as she said, we empathize with the women of Manipur and understand their pain. Because, we say that the slogans like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, they have little meaning for the women in these situations and are reduced to an empty shell. There have been similar situations. Now, these kinds of situations, let me tell you that we have also had gender-based violence. Gender-based violence has also been faced by women in conflict situations in Goa as well. Okay, in communal situations. However, it did not reach these gross sexual levels in conflict situations because civil society rose up and raised their voice. But here, when they have shut down the internet and everything, people also did not get to know. So it is after 2 months that people saw one video which went viral, and it is not denied that this incident has happened. It is acknowledged by the authorities. So which means that they can't. It is not something that is a fake video or something. That is very clear. So therefore, we are saying that we understand the pain because we have seen what can happen, and we were able to stop things from reaching this stage because there was at least the possibility of communication, which they don't even have properly. Now we are deeply anguished by the grave omissions, both by the government of Manipur and the government of India, in redressing the crimes against women. And we are saying, we hold this letter of ours is addressed, as I said, to the Prime Minister, Home Minister and the Chief Minister of Manipur. And we are saying, we hold you accountable, Prime Minister of India, Home Minister of India and Chief Minister of Manipur, for inaction against gender-based violence in the conflict situation, and an unwritten impunity given to perpetrators of sexual violence, for the delayed action by the police in the cases of the stripping, parading and sexual violence, and for the attempt to suppress voices of concern and fact-finding reports. People have gone there to do fact-finding to find out the truth, because there is no internet, there is all this internet breakdown, etc. And then they find an FIR against the person who goes there to find out the truth. So this tells you the state, that what is the state of democracy, and how democracy, when it's crippled, the women are one of those who bear the biggest brunt and face such horrendous acts. So our demands are that our demands, Amita will be the demands.
We demand that the state take prompt legal action for justice to the survivors without dragging its feet, that the state fulfill its obligations to survivors of sexual and gender-based violence and enable them to tap support systems to be able to pursue justice, that the state provide rehabilitation of the choice of the survivors, that the state take necessary democratic measures to prevent recurrence of such atrocities, and finally that an atmosphere be created where human rights institutions are allowed to perform their mandated role as per the Paris principles.
So we have circulated this because as human rights groups and women's rights groups and concerned organizations, they are always concerned. But we said, let us know also the pulse of the people. So we also got this the support from up to this letter from various people who have endorsed it. Various organizations, I'm reading out the names of the organizations that are already on board, and more are coming on board. So there is Bailanzo A-Code, there is Bailanzo SAR, there is SAR Dangal, Citizens Initiatives for Communal Harmony, Goa Domestic Workers Union, the National Alliance of People's Movements Goa, the Federation of Rainbow Warriors Goa, Human Rights Monitoring Society, Chikali Youth Farmers Club, Citizens for Coastal Communities, Raipurchi Kirna, Koingin Karatho Airport, Goinso Airport, Kamurgi Karatho Airport, Youth of Shiroda, Diocesan Commission for Ecology, SCAN Goa, Villagers of Lolien, Goyan Kurso Naka, and MAIN Main Goa. These are various organizations. Also, a lot of people from different sections of society have supported, have expressed their concern and signed up to this letter. So this includes housewives, this includes farmers, this includes doctors, this includes lawyers, this includes architects, retired senior citizens, artists, people from different walks of life, who social workers, activists, retired teachers, retired from various service, or people in various forms of service, students, young people, from different parts, again also from across Goa, like say from Sangye, from Kankon, from Perne. So it is from the whole spectrum of north to south and east to west. You have people who have supported that. So you have people from Morbuka, you have Bades, people from, in fact, almost from every taluka. So just to say that this is just the tip of the iceberg, because we decided to collect the signatures at once and release it to the press, because time is also of the importance for people to know, for the authorities to know that this is not acceptable and they cannot go on doing this. They must know this. So we are sending this out. More signatures are pouring in, and we will send those signatures as well.
Are we open to questions?
Yes.
You have touched upon the subject of gender-based violence in Goa. There have been cases. Could you just specify how many such cases that have come to your light and your knowledge?
So we are talking of gender-based. Of course, gender-based violence is universal involving
women.
Women, you're talking of in conflicts, in communal situations.
Yes.
So what we are saying is that when there have been communal riots, there are documented reports that women have been forced to run to the jungles because their houses have been looted. In this, always women are the people through whom they hit out at the one section of society hits out at the other because they treat women as properties of men. So this has happened where women have had to run to the jungle.
Specific on where exactly this has happened?
Yeah, there have been the riots in Savarde Kurchure. That's the time people have had to run into the jungles. It has not reached, I repeat, it has, I also want to be very clear, it did reach these proportions. Why? Because the news spread and civil society rose and stopped it. Here it could not be done because people couldn't get to know it because everybody was silenced and internet breakdown and I suppose even the press couldn't have any access to that information.
You also said that the Human Rights Commission organizations have been very informed to what has happened in Manipur. I want you to talk something about that. You mean to say the National Human Rights Commission has not been very responsive to this violence?
Yes, that is what it was. But still, we have addressed this copy of this. We are addressing because we have not been able to ascertain the details about it. But we are addressing so that if anybody says that we are addressing this copy to the National Human Rights Commission. They still have a way to respond and we'll see if they say that they are acting. And the National Commission for Women, yes, they said we have written letters, we have not got responses. You see, you don't write in a situation that you write letters. I mean, it's not acceptable. You have to take some. You are in those positions. You have to take some level of risk and go and find a way to touch base or to make sure that things work.
Recently, one NGO from Goa, they have been there to that place called Konkani.
Yes.
Any of your members were there in that?
No. So now that is another aspect of people reaching out. So that NGO has gone to do relief work.
Street protests.
Yes, it has gone to do relief work.
Are you demanding for president's rule in Manipur?
We haven't really, as a group, I'm saying as a group together, we haven't discussed and said that we want president's rule in Manipur. I'm talking of as in terms of this letter and the signatories, we haven't discussed that. The demands we have put are, whatever demands we put are already as per what was said.
But are you all satisfied with the action that has been taken after the video went viral? Are you all satisfied?
No, we are
with
not
that?
satisfied. We are saying, therefore, see, this is the same kind of thing that had also happened in Gujarat, by the way. We are saying that the government has an obligation. It is not only supposed to, it is supposed, they should have taken some steps. They should have written, the chief minister should have written to the governor if it means that he is unable to control the situation. He should have said, introduce, let dissolve the assembly, for example. He could do that. That is the procedure in the constitution. Or the same thing the prime minister could do to the president to inform the president to take necessary steps and suggest it. But they neither. Not only that, they not only remain silent. The reports that are coming in are saying that they are complicit because somebody cannot take law and order in their hands in this fashion if they are if they know that they will not get the support from the establishment. One stray act, yes. Once in a way, one small thing for some days, yes. For 60 days to now it's 75 days. And for almost 2 months, no action taken.
आणि म्हाका एक सांग, सपोज आमच्या घरान कोणी मेलो कितेंय जालें जाल्यार आमी कितें करता एज सून एज आमकां खबर कळली की आमी दुसऱ्या फ्लायटान इमिजिएटली आवताय. What was our prime minister was doing? तुझे एक स्टेटीन उजो पेटला, कंट्रोल सिच्युएशनान येयना, सीएमा कोणे कांय जायना, all the authorities fail. So you were supposed to jump in. Till today, आयज आमी आमकां विचारूंक जाय, हें आमच्या घरान जालेलें आमच्या बायलांक मेवगिरा कसली.
Thank you.